Reacher's Neagley spinoff gets hopeful release window from Lee Child as he confirms filming timeline. The Neagley Reacher spinoff show gets a new update from franchise author Lee Child. Serving as an adaptation of Child's long-running novel series, Reacher premiered on Prime Video in 2022, quickly becoming a major hit with both audiences and critics. Though it's Alan Ritchson's titular character who serves as the show's hero, Maria Sten's Frances Neagley quickly emerged as a standout character, and she's now set to lead a Neagley Reacher spin-off series, which started filming in late February. No official release date, however, has been announced. When we first meet her, I think she's still sort of a stray dog out of the military and finding her way in the world. Then, coming into Season 2, she definitely found her way in the world, at least in her professional life. I think Season 3 is more of that, where we really see her established in her life in Chicago before she, of course, goes off to help Reacher. I think that is a nice way to hand off the character from, yes, I am living in this Reacher universe, and I'm connected to him. She has been showing up for him, but also showing the world that, yes, there's also a life outside of Reacher, and she is actually running her own cases and doing her own thing, and has her own problems as well, outside of helping the big guy. So I think they did a lovely thing to honor the book and honor what Reacher is, but also honor Neagley's contribution so far and send her off on her own. Reacher Season 3 reviews have been generally very positive from critics, continuing a strong trend for the action franchise since Season 1. Each season, in addition to faring well with critics, has also been a viewership success. The series remains one of Prime Video's most popular original shows, and a recent report claimed that Reacher has generated $279 million so far in global subscriber revenue since the premiere in 2022. It makes sense then that Amazon is looking to expand the franchise's footprint with a spin-off, which is now also set up for success. With Neagley potentially releasing before the year is out and Reacher Season 4 already confirmed to be on the way, Prime Video could have a steady supply of franchise material releasing to audiences in the years ahead. If Reacher Season 4, for example, premieres next year, which is likely given it starts shooting this summer, a potential Neagley Season 2 could follow in 2027. Ritchson is undoubtedly a major reason for Reacher's success, and he brings with him a commanding screen presence, in addition to nailing the character's intelligence and physicality. Though Neagley has been a standout supporting character in the main series, serving as the lead of her own show is a different beast. This is made all the more challenging considering the Neagley spinoff won't be directly adapting any of Child's Jack Reacher source material. Sten's presence in Reacher, however, does suggest she has what it takes to carry her own spinoff, and strong writing and action could certainly help the spinoff succeed. Though it likely won't ever be as big as the main show, it could end up being popular enough to warrant a Season 2 and beyond, with the potential for lots of crossover between the two shows. It remains to be seen how Neagley will fare with audiences, but it sounds like audiences could see the spin-off sooner rather than later. Fans of the Reacher franchise have a fresh reason to celebrate. Lee Child, the creator of the iconic Jack Reacher character, has confirmed that a spin-off series is not only in active development, but also gearing up for production. In a recent interview, Child shared new details about the project's filming timeline and hinted at a hopeful release window that could see the spin-off hitting screens sooner than expected. "It's happening," Child said with his characteristic mix of British understatement and excitement. "We're looking at filming by early fall, and if all goes according to plan, the series could premiere by late 2026. The announcement has sent ripples of excitement through the fanbase, especially those who followed Reacher's journey from the pages of Child's novels to the screen. With the Amazon Prime Video adaptation of Reacher, starring Alan Ritchson, becoming a breakout hit, the time seems right to expand the franchise. And this new spin-off could be the beginning of a broader Reacher universe. A new face in a familiar world. Details about the spin-off's plot are still tightly under wraps, but sources close to the production suggest it will center around a supporting character from the novels, possibly Neagley, Reacher's former military colleague and trusted confidant. Played by Maria Sten in the series, Neagley has been a fan favorite for her cool-headed demeanor, lethal skill set, and unwavering loyalty to Reacher. Lee Child didn't confirm the lead character, but dropped some tantalizing hints. "We've always had strong characters orbiting Reacher. Some of them are due for their own stories. And it's not just about punching and kicking, It's about moral codes, loyalty, and living life off the grid in a way that still matters. If the spin-off does revolve around Neagley, it could provide a fascinating counterbalance to the main series. Where Reacher is a drifter and loner, Neagley is a more structured figure who still operates within the shadows of the system. That dynamic offers fertile ground for storytelling, especially in a world where surveillance, security, and shadow ops collide with personal ethics. Why now? The timing of the spin-off announcement feels deliberate. Reacher has quickly established itself as one of Amazon's flagship shows, drawing high viewership and critical acclaim for its faithful adaptation of the books, its brutal action sequences, and Richardson's pitch-perfect portrayal of the titular hero. Spin-offs are a natural next step for any successful franchise, and Child appears fully invested in the idea. I've always believed there are more stories to tell in this world. Reacher's shadow looms large, but that doesn't mean there aren't other characters living compelling lives under that shadow. It's worth noting that Reacher has already done some of the groundwork in building out that world. Characters like Francis Neagley, Sergeant Dixon, and even villains like Kleiner and Langston have added texture to Reacher's journey, hinting at a complex universe with plenty of threads to explore. A different tone, a shared spirit. Insiders suggest the spin-off may take a slightly different tone from Reacher, focusing less on sheer physicality and more on psychological tension and covert operations. Think more espionage thriller than wandering justice dealer, but still grounded in the moral clarity that defines the Reacher universe. Executive producer Nick Santora, who's expected to return for the spin-off, said in a previous interview, "We love what we're doing with Reacher, but we also want to show a different side of this universe." The spin-off gives us a chance to get into stories that Reacher wouldn't necessarily be part of, but which still feel like they're from the same DNA. It's a smart move, diversifying the tone while preserving the brand identity. If done right, the spin-off could enrich the overall mythos, introducing new fans while rewarding longtime readers of Child's novels. What fans can expect? While the release window is still a projection, filming is expected to begin by September 2025. That means the production will likely follow a similar timeline to Reacher, with a 10-month window from shoot to screen. A late 2026 premiere feels realistic, possibly timed for the holiday season when streaming traffic spikes. Casting announcements, plot teasers, and trailer drops will follow in due course. For now, fans are left with speculation, and plenty of it. Will the spin-off pull from a specific Reacher novel or craft a new storyline altogether? Will Richardson make a cameo? Could the two shows eventually cross over? Lee Child, ever the showman, wouldn't say. Let's just say we're building something that can stand on its own and maybe someday walk alongside Reacher. That kind of storytelling ambition, paired with Child's creative oversight and the proven talent of the Reacher production team, bodes well for the spin-off's future. Devotee, or somewhere in between, 1.